So I just picked up this old school, like 25-year-old Oklahoma Joe smoker. Helped a buddy of mine put together, he got a Masterbuilt 800 and I helped him put that together. I'm getting rid of that big piece of shit. But helped him put that one together today, and he gave me this one. Looks like the serial number on it is 60469. So that's probably, I imagine that's a pretty freaking old one. It's pretty heavy. That's a heavy door. Looking like about 3/16 steel. I don't think it's 1/4 inch, but I'll get a gauge on it. But it's heavy duty, and I could tell it needs a lot of cleaning. It needs a lot of love in there. But I'm gonna give it some good cleaning tomorrow. I'm gonna burn it in, rub some beef tallow all over it, get it sealed back up, and then I'm actually gonna cook some wings on it tomorrow. So looking forward to using this bad boy. Here we are, Sunday morning. Had a fun night last night watching the Conor McGregor fight stuff go down, and had a little bit too much whiskey, but I'm getting it after today. I'm gonna go for a long bike ride, and I'm gonna get this thing cleaned up. So I just started scraping on it. Has not been cleaned probably in a long time, but it is just full of creosote and just all the different stuff that comes with smoking meat over time. So my buddy Chris gave me this thing yesterday. I helped him get his 800, like that one, set up yesterday, and he gave me this. So he's had it brand new from like 22 years ago. It's got a lot of use on it. I can tell it's been painted on the body part. What I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna get this thing burned in. I'm gonna get a fire going on here, rub the whole thing down with either canola oil or beef tallow. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm gonna do a really simple cook on it today too, which is just gonna be chicken wings. Try to get the fire around 275, 300, maintaining the whole time, and just see how they come out. I have not cooked on the offset in a very long time, so this is just gonna be kind of a fun thing for me to do in conjunction with cooking on the 800 still. And I'm gonna use this one until I get my big one that I'm building actually done. So it's gonna be another month at least till I get it done, but just accumulating the supplies I need to get the base built for it and do all that stuff. So I'm gonna show you what this looks like inside. It was pretty dirty. So I got in here with a putty knife and just scraped all the edges. I'm gonna get up on that right there too, on that smokestack, and got in there, and that's the pile of all this stuff I got out of there. So I'm gonna scoop all that crap out, and then it's gonna be all nice and clean there. When I get that fire going, I'm actually gonna go through and scrape some more of this stuff too. See, the deflector plate has some more stuff on it, so I'm gonna get the fire going in here. I'm gonna wipe everything down, like I said, with canola oil or beef tallow, and get the inside seasoned up. The grills are actually in really good shape, so no problem there. Firebox, I did some sanding on it last night. It's in great shape too. Everything looks solid in there. Just gonna get the ashes cleaned out, and we're gonna get a fire started in there, and I'm gonna burn this bad boy in today. Can't wait to do a cook on it. All right, I've been doing the burn in on this for the last hour. Been rocking it at 275, almost 300. I just put one chimenea of charcoal in. I dumped a little bit more in on top. Sprayed the whole thing down with canola oil. It's getting pretty seasoned looking already. So here's a little fire I got. It's a good fire in there. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna add this wood right here. I'm gonna go with 2 chunks of apple and then 1 stick of hickory, because that's pretty much all I've got. I don't want to run to the store and buy any more shit. So I'm gonna get that in there, close this down a little bit more, and see if I can get that temperature closer to 250, and then monitor that temperature. And I'm gonna throw some wings on here, and we're gonna do first cook on the new to me Oklahoma Joe's smoker. It's a windy one today, but I gotta let this thing calm down a little bit. It smokes a little too dirty for me. So I'm gonna let this thing calm down just for a little bit longer. Got it closed down over here. Just a little bit of air coming through. It was at 350, and right now we're sitting at a little bit below 300. So we're just sitting closer to that 280 mark, but I wanna get it down to 250. So I'm gonna let that kind of calm down a little bit, because when that wood catches fire off of the charcoal right when you first put it in, that flame shoots up and it heats up the whole chamber pretty quick. So what I did actually too was I took the fire, and it was right up against the wall here. I pushed it towards the back so it keeps the heat from directly going right up in there too. So it's got a deflector plate on it, which is pretty nice. I didn't know those old ones had that. And what I'm gonna do is just let this keep going for hopefully another 15-20 minutes, and I'll be ready to put some wings on. So I'll check back. All right, little history from what I've done my whole life as far as smoking goes, okay? I think I explained this in another video once, but I did, my first smoker ever was one of those red Brinkmann bullets that is electric, and it has like the lava rocks in the bottom, and it's a total fucking piece of shit. I never cooked anything good on it. It rusted out just from sitting in the backyard, ended up throwing it away. Then I got a Char-Broil, one of those badass like 2-in-1 charcoal on one side, gas on the other side. Then I bought the offset box, kind of like that for it, but it was so thin it just sucked. I never cooked anything good on that, but I was into smoking still. And then I had, we moved, and I had this huge smoker that was built into the house that we bought. And I've talked about it before, maybe showed a picture, but it was all brick. Me and my dad stuccoed it and sealed everything up, and it was reverse flow, and I had 2 racks. It was really awesome. Really cut my chops on that one. Then we moved over here, and I got a pellet smoker. Hated that piece of shit. Burned it up. Ended up getting the Masterbuilt 800, which is a really badass machine. As far as machines go, it's hard to beat it for the price point. I got the 800, so it has the griddle on it. Hard to beat that for the price. And then a buddy of mine that I do some one-on-ones with, he's an awesome dude. He got the 800, and I went over there and set it up for him. Well, he gave me his old Oklahoma Joe's. That's badass. And then also gave me a bottle of whiskey, a bourbon. And then his wife made me cinnamon rolls for the family, so that was really awesome. So what I've learned so far is that I need to figure out the most efficient way to, once the fire temperature starts to drop down, most efficient way to get it back up. And I don't know if that means I need to keep a chimney around with ready to light back up and get some already going, so when I put them in, they're more. The other thing I'm thinking is I probably need to do, my initial fire needs to be bigger. That way I can build off of that bigger ash or the bricks on the bottom. I think it was too small. I just got it up hot enough to get the temperature going so I could season it. And I think that initial fire wasn't big enough, but you all can let me know about that too. So this stuff's been on here for an hour and a half, and I've already flipped all the wings over just because. I'm not sure you necessarily need to do that, but I did. And the bottoms were not as crispy, so maybe it makes a difference. But probably 30 more minutes here. We've been maintaining pretty good here. Between 225 and 250. You can't see that thermometer sucks. I'm gonna get a new one, but it's been maintaining between that point, and every once in a while it was getting up to like the 275 mark. But I just added more charcoal and one more chunk of wood for the last 30 minutes. It's rolling pretty good out of there. It looks dirtier on camera than it does in person. It's a little more blue, more see-through, but I'm letting more air get into there so I can get that temperature back up a little bit and finish them off pretty good. So first cook, Oklahoma Joe's offset. I haven't cooked on one of these in, like I said, probably 12 years. So we'll see how it turns out. So we're at the hour and 45 minute mark. Been cooking pretty steady here, about 250, 225, 250. You can see they turned out, I guess the ones over here, of course, got really good color because it's close to the firebox, but I did some rotating as we did it too. And I'm pretty happy. They're really, really crispy compared to what I normally get. So we'll see how they taste though. I'm gonna get these off of here. I'm gonna put them on a cutting board, take them inside, let them cool off a little bit, and then we will go from there. Looking good though. Look at that color. Awesome. All right. So this video wasn't like necessarily a how-to cook wing video. We've already done one of those with the Masterbuilt. It's pretty awesome. Pretty simple. They did come out really, really good though. On this, when you're smoking it, you have to turn that temperature up to like 400 at the end. Kind of grill them up to get them crispy, unless you do the whole time at 300, but I like to do them a little bit slower. But did get the color on these turned out awesome. This is one of the ones that was closest to the firebox, but obviously has that good crust on it. It's not overcooked. If you look closely here, it's gonna juice, I bet, when I pull it out. Yeah, so it's pretty juicy. Ooh, they're still hot. I thought I gave myself enough time. So just do a quick taste on it. Make sure we're all on the same page here. It's awesome. There's just something different taste-wise and flavor cooking on this compared to this. I'm gonna go back and forth and do different things on different cooks and everything. But if you have any tips, tricks on, I know there's a lot of videos on fire management, different things like that, but I like to interact with you guys too and see what you think. So leave comments below, like, subscribe if you'd like, appreciate it. But I really do like having the old school style and the new school style, so I can mix them up for you guys and kind of see which one we like best. I'll do some comparison videos with briskets and pork shoulders and different things, so a lot more to come. Appreciate it.